About a year ago, I was super into film photography and I wanted to experience the entire process. That means taking my own photos, developing my own film, and making my own prints. It would have been so convenient if I just took a class on it. However, my college campus did not have a darkroom, so I had to cross-register with another campus and commute over there a couple times. I didn't do that. Instead, I decided to build my own darkroom in my bathroom at my house in Beijing. So welcome to this video of me trying to build a darkroom with zero experience, which actually turned out to be surprisingly successful. Alright, so this is the general setup of my darkroom. Eventually, I'll be turning the light off to make sure there's absolutely no light. Right here, I have a light-proof curtain outside of my bathroom. And once you go in, first of all, hi, I'm in the mirror. Right here, you'll see that I have all sorts of liquids, including the developer, fixer, and I'll be mixing two of the liquids on my own, a cheap-ass glove, a developing tank, or I don't know, can. Right here, I have 2 rolls of film. The Gold 200 is my dad's from a few decades ago. It's not gonna work, because I accidentally exposed it to light. So I'll be using that to practice. This thing is just to make sure that the film comes out like this. Some distilled water with a chopstick, my notebook, and a pen. Coming over here, this red light, which will be on when I print the photo, but it will have to turn off. All of these are for printing, and my enlarger is over here. My dad sort of just built this table above my bathtub that I don't really use. Right here, I have this device that you essentially insert the edges in, and you listen for 1 click. Okay, that was 1 click. And you pull down one of these, and you listen for the 2nd click. Okay, that was the 2nd click. Push down the 2nd one, and since I practiced for 50 times, more than 50 times, I think the trick is to pull at an angle. If you pull this way, it's not gonna work, but if you pull this way, it worked a little bit, but yeah, this is how you get the end of the roll out. And all of this will be done in the dark. I'm just using my dad's old film to practice. Once the end is in, I'll just be doing this back and forth. Okay, I finally finished loading this roll of film. It's actually very concerning because I'll be doing it without any light and I'm already struggling. So I guess I'll be practicing blindfolded right now. This is so sketchy. Okay, it doesn't matter what the setup is, but it's successfully in this tank. Now I gotta do flips. First minute every 2 seconds. Okay. Go. 1, 2. Meanwhile, I'm really hungry. It's almost 3 a.m. in the morning. My mom's really mad at me, but I'm just gonna look at what I have. I have an egg and some really, really good cherries. Okay, next step is to mix my stop bath solution, which is 1.5% of acetic acid. Now I just pour this in, and I will be flipping the can every 2 seconds for a minute. Okay, next thing is the fixer. This thing, 15 mil, another 15. First minute, I will do flips every 2 seconds. Okay, the fixer is done. Now I have to rinse it with water. This is just water. For the next thing, I will be using the wash aid. I don't know what that is, or if the English word is right or not, but I will be using sodium sulfite anhydrous. I need 2% of this in a 300 ml solution, so why do I look stupid doing this? I need to look more relaxed. Okay, this is what I have. I'm not sure why it looks a bit bluer than I thought. But yeah, I need to let it dry, so I will be hanging it on this rack like this. Okay, now that we finished developing the roll of film, let's try to make a print. I have the big white light on right now, which will be turned off eventually, but here's just to show you the process. The major thing is an enlarger, essentially to enlarge a photo. Here is where we put the film in, and this is just a demo, but you'll have to make it in focus. Coming back here, this is where you put different kinds of filters. As you can see, I have a collection of filters. It is for adding different kinds of contrasts. For example, let's just pick one. Once you put the filter in, it'll add a different tint. Okay, coming over here, the enlarger is connected to a device that has different kinds of settings. It is also a timer. So right now we're in the focus mode. After focusing the photo, we will go to set mode. And the red light is automatically turned on so you can see everything. Right here is where we set the exposure time. For example, we want 13 seconds. And now we go to run mode. Once we hit start, the red light will be turned off and your photosensitive paper will be exposing, and there's a timer counting down. Okay, that means everything is done. So you take this exposed piece of imaginary print and you put it in the developer, and then you go to the stop bath, and then finally you go to the fixer, and it has different time for each solution that you have to put it in. And that's essentially how you make a print. Okay, let's try to make an actual print. As you can see, we're in focusing mode right now. The photo I want to print is my friend Jillian. The image is actually flipped, so even though this is the right direction, when you make a print, you have to flip your film to the opposite direction. And you lift this up. This is where you put your film in. Let's just adjust slightly so the film is perfectly in the frame. Typically you would need a grain focuser. It's like a little microscope that you put on here, but that is like another extra $60. I don't really have that. So a way to deal with that is to rip a piece of paper off and you put it here. So see the edge of the paper. If it's really, really clear, that means your film is going to be in focus. So this is a really good focus right now. Just to add on, because we have a lens here, it will have different f-stops or apertures, just like a camera. To focus, we want maximum light to come through because it's easier to see. But once we have focused, we can start with an f8, which is somewhere here. Just so you can see what I'm talking about, this is the f-stop. We want it to be at f8 to start with. Okay, this is my photosensitive paper. As you can see, it is wrapped in tin foil just to make sure it is actually not exposed to light. Should be using a glove, but I think it's okay. The side we want to print on is more smooth and the other side is more rough. As you can hear the difference. And before we want to make a big print, we need to make a test strip. Because I'm a little cheap ass, I have a very tiny piece right here. What we want to do is to have 5 seconds for the first 1/4 of the paper exposed, and then we want to expose for another 5 seconds, 5 seconds, and then 5 seconds, so that the first 1/4 of the paper gets in total 20 seconds of exposure, and then 15 seconds, 10 seconds, and 5 seconds. Set mode. Now we will try to run. Okay, this is the first 1/4. 5 seconds up, we move on to another 1/4. And by the way, when you make the test strip, ideally you want to pick an area that has both somewhere bright and dark. So I picked this spot where you can see her face and her hair. Now that we have this strip, let's put it in the developing liquid. And that is for a minute. You would want to move this tray back and forth so that the solution makes full contact with this paper, because once chemical reaction is made, the liquid on top of it is no longer useful, and you would want to switch out the liquid on top of the paper. This is really dark. That means my exposure is somewhat not okay. This is for 15 seconds. Okay, finally, fixer for another minute. Okay, this is our result. I think these two are definitely overexposed. Maybe a 10-second is a good idea. Maybe between 5 and 10 seconds, maybe an 8-second. This time a full strip with 8 seconds. Sorry, I'm talking like this because I'm eating cherries again. Anyways, remove this red light filter, run. All right, coming over here for 1 minute. Okay, the 8-second looked good, so I'm making a full print. I'll see you when I finish developing all these. And yes, I've actually failed multiple times here, as you can see, but I ended up getting some acceptable results. I've only developed film once in high school under my teacher's guidance also, so I'm super proud of myself for doing everything from scratch this time. I totally forgot to record an outro and I just got out of the shower, but thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a very rudimentary exploration of Darkroom, but if you're like me trying something new and you have any questions about building a darkroom, please leave a comment. I'll very likely get to you, and like and subscribe.